What's up guys, here MoxZ Gaming, your F2P player spokesperson. Dragonheir Silent Gods has now exceeded 2 million downloads. If you are looking for the best characters tier list and reroll guide, especially for beginners, this video will help you choose the right one. Recommend watching repeatedly. If you find this video is helpful, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe channel. Alright, let's dive right into today's topic. In today's video, the tier list only includes some characters, not all. The tier list is a helpful guide for identifying the top performing heroes in Dragonheir Silent Gods. These heroes come with unique abilities crucial for success in various game modes. Well, we're diving into the mysterious realm of B-tier characters. Firstly, Dragonheir, a defense type hero, uses his song to grant recovery over time and defense up 2 to all allies for a duration, while also having a chance to inflict charmed on enemies and reduce their ultimate energy. His attacks deal poison damage to enemies, reduce their ultimate energy, and heal himself. He can taunt nearby enemies and gains immortality for a period. Acelia, a defense type hero, gains Oathkeeper's glory stacks for each dispelled or resisted debuff. She can heal allies and dispel all debuffs on them, granting debuff immunity for a duration. Additionally, she casts a healing spell over time for her allies. Garika, a support type hero, gains ultimate energy when enemies gain buffs and reduces their ultimate energy when inflicting debuffs. She deals fire damage to enemies and has a chance to inflict accuracy penalty 2 for a duration. She grants accuracy bonus 2 to allies, followed by dealing fire damage to enemies, with a chance to dispel buffs and inflict buff prohibition for a duration. Jillian, a support type hero, grants recovery over time when healing allies with low HP. She heals the ally with the lowest HP, providing damage reduction. Her ultimate ability heals all allies, dispels debuffs, and grants defense up 2 for a duration. Vinyara, a support type hero, becomes immune to control and inflicts frozen on the caster when controlled. She grants a shield and defense up 2 to herself and the ally with the lowest HP. She deals cold damage to enemies, dispels their buffs, reduces their ultimate energy, and has a chance to inflict frozen and attack penalty 2. Fallujah, a support type hero, converts a portion of allies' damage taken into shields, grants shields and defense up 2 to allies, and provides shields with damage reduction and control immunity. Hachadir, a frost type hero, extends the duration of frost, causes enemies inflicted with frost to explode upon death, and deals cold damage with a chance to inflict frost. He also grants an attack up buff to frost allies and releases frozen air for cold damage with a chance to inflict frost. Gaelir, a summon type hero, enhances and duplicates ally undead creatures, granting them attack up and ultimate energy. Next, let's talk about A tier, Chrysos, a defense type hero, converts depleted shields into healing. He deals fire damage with 3 holy fire attacks, dispelling enemy buffs with a 75% chance. He shields the lowest HP ally briefly, dispels enemy shields, inflicts attack penalty 2, and shields all allies. Talwar, a defense type hero, gains up to 10 stacks of damage reduction based on the number of debuffs on enemies. He deploys mushrooms that taunt enemies upon death, inflicting derivative poison damage, poison, and blind. He casts a Spore Cloud, dealing derivative poison damage and applying accuracy penalty 2, with attack penalty 2 on poisoned enemies. Grishnar, a defense type hero, gains damage reduction and can deal derivative lightning damage when taking damage. He offers undispellable ally protection to the ally with the highest attack and grants the shield with defense up 2 to himself and that ally. His skill also inflicts lightning damage on enemies, reducing their ultimate energy and potentially applying attack penalty 2. Sagamir, a defense type hero, periodically provides a carrot to the ally with the lowest HP, granting recovery over time stacks and recharging their ultimate energy. He can also target the enemy with the highest attack, dealing radiant damage and taunting them while gaining debuff immunity and defense up 2. His ground trampling attack deals radiant damage to nearby enemies and has a chance to inflict attack penalty 2 and accuracy penalty 2. Jern, a support type hero, takes reduced fire damage and has a chance to increase ultimate energy for themselves and nearby allies while granting defense up 2 when taking fire damage. They can spray flames at enemies multiple times, dealing fire damage with a chance to inflict attack penalty 2. However, this attack also damages the hero. Jern's second skill deals fire damage to enemies, reduces their ultimate energy, and has a chance to dispel their buffs. Raida, a support type hero, reduces enemy damage for each debuff they have and can inflict poison damage with a chance of attack penalty 2 and accuracy penalty 2. They can also dispel debuffs on allies, granting defense up 2, and extend debuff durations on enemies. Tamar, A support type hero summons a lightning storm to deal lightning damage and has a chance to inflict buff prohibition or stunned. Their second skill deals lightning damage, dispels buffs, and inflicts attack penalty 2. The ultimate skill again brings a powerful lightning storm, potentially causing buff prohibition or stunned. Zephy. A support type hero provides shields to allies when buffs are manipulated and places a totem that deals lightning damage and can dispel enemy buffs. They also create a magic nexus that grants defense up 2 and grants invincibility to low HP allies during its duration. U-tier. A support type hero gains ultimate energy when allies die and has skills that deal necrotic damage, inflict debuffs, and provide defense up 2 and resurrection at death to all allies. Flora. A wild type hero has a familiar that supports allies by launching fireballs on successful wild attacks, deals fire damage to enemies, and creates a damaging fire whirlpool around the target. And then, S tier, Repikas. A defense type hero gains healing based on a portion of the healing enemies receive. He specializes in wide-range slashes that can knock up and stun enemies. Additionally, his spirit attacks deal necrotic damage, reduce ultimate energy, and inflict various debuffs on enemies. Beringer. A defense type hero creates an evil aura that heals him periodically and reduces damage dealt by nearby enemies. His staggering smite ability deals necrotic damage and inflicts fear on the target, followed by a debuff cleanse for the hero. Holdork. A support type hero increases the damage of his skills when targeting enemies within 3 tiles of himself. His abilities include dealing fire damage with chances of inflicting blind and attack penalty 2, as well as reducing the target's ultimate energy when in close proximity. Another skill deals fire damage, dispels buffs, and inflicts accuracy penalty 2, while also significantly reducing ultimate energy and potentially causing stunned, all when targeting nearby enemies. Agik. A support type hero possesses a healing ability that also dispels 1 debuff from the healed ally. He can release a shadow wave that bounces between targets, healing allies while dealing poison damage to enemies and potentially inflicting attack penalty 2. Agik can also summon a totem that grants immortality to all allies for a brief period and provides a delayed group heal. Elisibur. A support type hero adjusts her resistance to match her accuracy before battles commence. At the start of battle, she deals cold damage to all enemies, possibly inflicting blind. Elisibur can also provide a shield to an ally for a duration, and while shielded, that ally gains a portion of her resistance. Gulindi. A support type hero has a chance to inflict charmed and healing reduction on enemies with less than 50% HP when using a skill. If unsuccessful, she inflicts accuracy penalty 2 instead. She can also stun the enemy and deal necrotic damage over a short duration, stealing their ultimate energy and healing herself. Furthermore, she deals necrotic damage to all enemies, with a chance of inflicting attack penalty 2. Gulindi's skill also dispels all debuffs from allies and provides healing, with the amount of healing increasing for each debuff successfully removed. Vitar. A frost-type hero changes the battlefield weather to Icewind, causing enemies under frost to take extra cold damage. Enemies with low HP may be executed, except for bosses who receive increased cold damage. Vitar can also unleash frost breath to damage and potentially frost enemies. He can change the weather to Icewind, dealing more damage for each enemy under frost. Nastjenka. A Dauntless-type hero deals lightning damage to nearby enemies. She can follow up her allies' basic attacks with feather shooting attacks for a period after using her skills. These feather attacks deal additional lightning damage. Dauntless heroes have an increased chance of triggering this effect. Durango. A poison-type hero begins battle by swiftly attacking all enemies with poison damage. Her attacks have a chance to inflict poison stacks. She can also recharge her ultimate energy by 5% when landing critical hits. Additionally, her attacks can ignore a percentage of the target's defense on successful critical hits. Alton. A rally-type hero offers support to rally allies. When a rally ally attempts to cast a skill that consumes rally, those with rally have a chance to gain a damage bonus or rally, depending on their rally status. Alton's skill involves firing orbs at enemies, with the number of orbs increasing if he has rally. He can also unleash a domain that boosts his passive trigger chance and fires orbs at enemies, with reduced firing intervals if he has rally. Laurenthiel. A rally-type hero grants rally to allies when his ultimate recharges, deals radiant damage to enemies, and resets skill cooldown when an ally consumes rally. His domain skill recharges allies' ultimates when they consume rally through their ultimates within the domain. Lilwanis. Lilwanis, a summon-type hero, reduces AoE damage taken and gains dragon blood stacks from dead enemies. His skill deals necrotic damage and summons corpses, with added effects at max dragon blood stacks. He can sacrifice undead allies for more damage and bonuses. Finally, let's talk about SS tier, Mithrasia. A support hero offers immortality to allies when they face fatal damage, along with recovery over time. Ranged allies receive invisibility. She also provides healing and resurrection to surviving allies, granting debuff immunity to all and invisibility to ranged allies for a brief period. Donella, the best support hero, excels in providing both support and crowd control abilities. Her aura enhances allies' accuracy, ensuring more precise hits. Her passive skill disrupts enemy healing while dealing damage. With her battle skill, she can stun enemies for 3 seconds, adding control to battles. Donella's ultimate skill deals damage and weakens foes by reducing their accuracy and attack for 10 seconds. Lucian, the top defense hero, excels at protection and disruption. His aura boosts allies' HP, enhancing survivability. Lucian's passive grants control immunity through shields, safeguarding allies. His skills inflict frozen and impose a recharging speed penalty, hindering enemies. With this versatile toolkit, Lucian fortifies defenses and thwarts adversaries, making him invaluable. Thelander, the top rally-type hero, boasts several reasons for his status. His aura boosts allies' attack in dungeon battles, enhancing damage. Thelander's passive lets him penetrate enemy defense when using a rally-consuming spell, making him a formidable damage dealer. His battle skill grants rally, strengthening the team. His ultimate, Moonlight Rain, deals devastating radiant damage, with rally reducing its cooldown. Thelander excels as the premier rally-type hero, offering attack boosts, defense penetration, rally support, and potent area of effect damage for dungeon teams. Primsa, top summon-type hero, boosts allies' attack in dungeons. Her passive deals necrotic damage when friendly undead summoners fall. Battle skill summons spirits, ensuring consistent damage and crowd control. Ultimate skill deals devastating necrotic damage and empowers undead summoned units for AoE damage. In essence, Primsa is essential for success in game, especially in dungeons. Lysenia, the premier Frost-type hero, excels at crowd control and damage dealing. Her attacks and passive skill have a high chance of inflicting frost, slowing and weakening enemies. She can mark an ally to deal cold damage and apply frost to nearby foes, bolstering crowd control and damage output. Her ultimate, summoning an Ice Dragon Vortex, disrupts formations and freezes adversaries. Lysenia's attack-boosting aura enhances the team's damage potential, making her invaluable across game modes and the top choice for Frost-type heroes. Sutha, the ultimate dauntless hero, excels as the top choice for this role. His aura boosts attack speed in dungeon battles, enhancing team efficiency. His passive skill doubles damage on critical hits, thanks to a phantom attack. His battle skill delivers a double hit slash with increased critical hit chance, amplifying his damage potential. Casper, the premier wild-type hero, excels with allies in wild checks. His aura boosts allies' attack, providing a significant offensive edge. Casper's unique Absurd Charade skill gains stacks from successful ally wild checks, enhancing his abilities. His Wild Shoot unleashes fiery daggers, dealing potent fire damage tied to Absurd Charade stacks, bypassing defense. Lothair, a poison-type hero, excels at inflicting and capitalizing on poison effects. His unique skills enhance allies' enlightenment, providing a significant team advantage. Lothair's passive skill deals extra derivative poison damage to poison targets, while his battle skill targets low HP enemies, applying long-lasting poison status. His ultimate skill amplifies his poison capabilities, spreading deadly poison with tornado slashes. And then, let's talk about Reroll Guide. You could reroll again if you have get the character you wanna. Follow my perform, launch Dragonheir Silent Gods on your device and log in as guest. After that, complete the tutorial part. It only takes like 12 minutes to unlock the summoning system. You start with roughly 3 pulls. For F2P players, it's very difficult to pull legendary characters in the early game, and you might not even have the chance to pull from the legendary banner 5 times. However, get some free rare heroes as you progress through the game. So, if you manage to get the character you want, you can fully enjoy the satisfaction of legendary characters on your team. But hey, if you're not satisfied with your gacha results, don't worry, you can find the setting in the top right screen. And click on Gear Setting button, you will see Delete Account button, delete your account and reroll again. This version currently has 2 banners, Heliolite Summons banner and Starlight Invocation banner. I recommend investing all your resources into the Heliolite Summon banner, because you can only obtain legendary heroes from this banner. And if you don't have enough Heliolite dice, you can purchase them with gemstones. Gemstones cannot be used in the Starlight Invocation banner. Currently, the game has a pity system in the Heliolite banner. If you proceed with your 80 summons, you are guaranteed to receive a random legendary hero. When it comes to gacha rates, we've got a 3% rate for legendary heroes, a 17% rate for epic heroes, and an 80% rate for rare heroes. Easy to use epic or rare hero so that you can progress even in the early stages of the game. Of course, if you're lucky enough to pull legendary heroes, your gaming experience will be even more perfect. Well, the above Dragonheir Silent God's best tier list and reroll guide. I've provided timestamps in the description. If you find the video is helpful, don't forget to subscribe my channel. See you next video.